Hello, ladies and gents of the internet.
The fact that our heads are like being cut off. Okay.
Did you miss us?
We're here to talk about our new hobby.
Books.
Reading. I have a Kindle.
My parents told me that if I stopped scrolling on social media, they would buy me a Kindle after the month of March. And ladies,
it's the last day of March.
It is March 30th. It's almost the last day of March.
No, 31 days.
So I will have a Kindle soon, but because I haven't been scrolling, I've replaced that time with reading.
And I figured I would do the same since I already have the Kindle.
Yeah.
And it has been
gratifying,
really
to say the least.
Turns out I was wasting a lot of time.
Okay, social media is killing our creativity. As a society, they are buying your attention span. We gotta wake up. This is the start of the movement.
I don't know that I feel so much like that, but the only social media I have is Pinterest.
I was on Instagram. I was kind of on TikTok, not really. But those are the big ones that I cut out of my life. I got them right before I came to college. And since I came to college, I have not had a single creative bone in my body. I feel like all the creative juices leached out of me.
Straight through the screen.
Straight into the screen. Because they were buying my attention span and they were breaking my mind. But not today. Not tonight. I feel very passionately about this.
No more.
I think we should get off the internet. It's killing us.
Yeah. So I did too, in solidarity. So I have this Kindle. I've had it since I was I don't even know. Very young. I think this thing came out in 2015. This is the 2015 model. I would have been 10.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And
it's
I'm
still in good condition.
It's in very good condition. You want to know why? Because I never used it. It's in this case that I don't really like. It's purple. It's fine. We are gonna deck out our Kindles.
Talk about your stickers.
So I made a collage of all the stickers that I want to put on
the back of the case.
Yeah, the back of the case. The first and probably funniest one, the one that I enjoy the most, but it might be the least aesthetically pleasing of them all. It's really funny. It's this little cat, and the cat is sweating, and there's fire behind it, and the cat's reading a book, and it says, "It's not a slow burn romance if you read fast." I definitely relate to that because recently I've been going through books like nothing, and they're supposed to be slow burn, but it's they get together by the end of the day because I read the book in a day. Oh, there's one that's a book and it says girl dinner. I think that's funny. Romantasy club because that's my preferred genre.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. There's also one that says I'm literally just a girl, which has nothing to do with reading, but I feel like I relate to that quote on a deep level. I say that to myself all the time in my head. I'm literally just a girl. What do you want from me? Born to read, forced to work. There's one that's about Fourth Wing, and it's this little animated Taryn and Andarna, but it's super cute. There's one that's really funny. It's this little pill bottle that says antidepressant. And it's full of books. There's one that says all I need is iced coffee and spicy books. When I say spicy, I don't mean that spicy, okay? I like a solid amount of romance. If they don't kiss at all, I'm going to be upset. But I'm not looking for smut. It's a fine line.
There's the happy medium girlies out there. I'm trying to remember my sticker paper. There's one that says, "Let's read banned books." I think that's funny. There's one that's the folklore font, and it says Kindle's version or something. Taylor's version? Yeah. There's a disco ball and a record and a sun. Oh, there's one that says "Get on board with the Lord," and it's Jesus skateboarding. I like that one. Okay, so what do you like to read? What have you read this week? Weekly recap.
Weekly recap, and you might be shocked. Yes, I did read these all in 1 week, so I have my Kindle here. And basically, I take it everywhere. And any time that I would just normally pull out my phone and scroll Pinterest or watch YouTube, I've just started pulling out this and reading instead. So at the beginning of this week on Monday, I was finishing up the third book of the Caraval series, which is my favorite book series ever. So good. I've read it a couple of times, but it's called Finale, and I was reading the end of it. And so I finished that on Monday, and then I started another series called Once Upon a Broken Heart, which is also by the same girl, by Stephanie Garber.
And that's a trilogy.
And it's a trilogy. And it's so good because Caraval's my favorite, and I was looking for something that's like just like Caraval but not Caraval. So I read this trilogy.
The whole trilogy in 1 week.
Yeah.
If you caught that.
I read the whole trilogy. I started on Monday. I think I was done on
Thursday? When did your mom come? Because Friday?
I was done by the time my mom got
That's
here.
Crazy.
So my mom got here on Thursday night.
That's crazy.
Yeah. My mom came to visit for the weekend. She got here on Thursday night, and I was already done with the trilogy.
That's like a book a day.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I read 3 books.
Great.
Which is wild. I then started The Cruel Prince. I am currently 36% of the way through.
Are you a book highlighter?
Absolutely not.
I want to be. I watch all these booktuber girlies that read like romance and highlight their romance books, like highlight the cute quotes. I just can't do that.
I think if it was like a paper copy, maybe.
Yeah.
I could get into that.
Here's our friend Kirsten.
Kirsten!
Are we filming?
Yeah, we're filming our book talk video.
Hi.
But I think Kindle saves your highlights.
I don't know how to highlight on Kindle, but what Kindle does actually, that I do know how to do, it will look up the definition of a word for you.
Oh.
So sometimes I see words, I'm like, what the heck is that? And I just like click it and hold on it, and then it'll tell me what it means.
Interesting. This is what I've been reading this week. I have been on a kick, a strange kick of memoirs. I only read memoirs. I love to read them. I just think it's so fun. Because when I'd first gotten back into reading, and I'd read Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and it was one of my favorite YouTubers read it and was like, this is like a 4-star book for me, like this is a great book, and I was just not into it. Okay, it was like,
what was it, like
it was
realistic
fictional,
fiction?
yeah, realistic fiction, like romance. So I read that and it wasn't doing it for me. And then I read Do You Remember by Frida McFadden. People really like her. That was like a thriller. But also, unfortunately, Frida, I love you, but that was the dumbest book I've ever read. Because it was like about this girl whose husband is...
Spoiler alert!
Oh, sorry, that's a spoiler. The premise of the book is she's reliving the same day over and over again. And so that's what the book is. It's the same day over and over again for like 300 pages.
Oh.
And then the end is like, it's not a satisfying solve to the mystery. So I had read those two. Back in January, I read Colin Jost's memoir, the comedian, like the SNL guy. And I loved it. I gave that book 5 stars because I loved it so much. So I was like, okay, I like reading memoirs. I like reading nonfiction. I'll just do that. Like, why deny myself?
Why deny myself?
A book. I read Lauren Graham's memoir, Gilmore Girls, Lorelai.
Oh.
And that was really cute, and she was a funny writer, and I really enjoyed that. Right now, this week I've been reading Be Ready When the Luck Happens by Ina Garten. And I think she's a lovely lady. She's a Food Network personality. So that's what I've been enjoying reading recently, The Barefoot Contessa, if you know her. I was a big Food Network girly when I was a kid.
You know what I really like? The cooking show where Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart.
I haven't seen that.
I thought they were married. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart were married.
Snoop and Martha. Martha Dog, is that what her name would be?
I have no idea.
Up until pretty recently, I thought Martha's Vineyard was a Martha Stewart themed vacation spot.
Yes. Martha and Snoop's Potluck Dinner Party ran for 3 seasons.
How old are they? What is that age gap?
How old is Snoop Dogg? 53.
Okay.
What? She's older than I thought. Okay. There is a big age gap there.
30 years!
So I thought they were married for no reason. Because they had a cooking show together, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. They're married.
That's so domestic of them. Kirsten, guess how old Martha Stewart is?
75.
83.
How old is Snoop?
53. What? Maybe we'll do more like reading diaries. Maybe we'll start vlogging.
Yeah.
Alex turned 20 since the last time we made a video. Isn't that wild?
And I'm reading so much. It's insane. It's actually crazy. In the last 2 weeks, I know we only were talking about this week, but in the last 2 weeks, I've read 2 trilogies.
That's crazy.
And started Cruel Prince. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's not a slow burn romance if you read fast.
Hey, we hope you like reading as much as we do.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope this inspires you to like
Read a book?
read a book.
Yeah. I highly recommend the Caraval series and also Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I love Stephanie Garber. If you like into like fairy tale like magic and like
And if you're looking for memoirs, I highly recommend A Very Punchable Face by Colin Jost. That book is freaking funny. You know, he was like a German international studies major at Harvard. Why would you do that?
and then he became a comedian.
And now he's a stand-up comic.
Who's the other comic you like?
Oh, John Mulaney.
John Mulaney.
Yes, him.
Yeah, I love. If he wrote a book, I would read that. John,
If you're listening,
if you're watching, I
write
know.
a memoir for Hannah. And if Stephanie Garber is watching, write another trilogy or something. Like, I don't care.
Steph, if you're out there, can I call you Steph?
Okay, this is weird, but I always read the acknowledgments.
I love the acknowledgments, and I love the dedication
Dedications are short, though. It's just
to
like,
Kevin.
But I do
I
think they're
love
cute.
seeing who they thank.
But I like the acknowledgments at the end. Also, Stephanie Garber is a Christian, and she always, the first thing she does is just thanks God.
Aw.
What was our catchphrase,
Folks, hey, we love you.
even? Hey, folks.
Hello.
Hey, we love you.
Jesus loves you.
What did I say? Drive safe.
You drive safe now.
You drive safe now.
Take two. No.
Hey, we love you.
Jesus loves you.
You drive safe now.
Bye. Now let's both do the worm.
Okay.
How do you do it?
You like, you press your upper, it's like,
I think I should do it sideways. Move out of the way.
okay. Oh, oh, oh.
Whee! Was that any good?
Yeah. Bye.